Yo, what is good, YouTube? We are back with another banger, as y'all can tell. I took a little break, as y'all can tell. If I look at the YouTube, nigga was playing Siege a little bit with the boys. What's it called? But we're back on to, late night grind. Not really. It's only 11 p.m., but I'm probably gonna be running it up till fucking 5 a.m. Nah, I'm just joking. I mean, honestly, I might not be joking, cause the way a nigga's been going, I ain't gonna lie, nigga might. But right here, as we can tell, we got the unexpected collapse of the Impractical Jokers, man. I don't know if y'all know who these people are, but it was a group of four. It used to be a group of 4 people. They're all close friends, all childhood friends, whatever. And it was just I don't really know how to explain it. They kind of do pranks. They have like mics in their ears. They go around like they're in public. They go around. They just pretty much dare their friends to do stupid stuff, whatever. And if they don't do it, they lose. They get a loss mark, and whoever has the most loss marks at the end of the episode, whatever the case is, has to do like a crazy ass challenge. You feel me? I'm pretty sure already from what I see, it's probably gonna be a lot about Joe Gatto, man. Hey, bro, fucking GOAT, fucking greatest of all time. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Honestly, let's all be real, bro. If Joe didn't leave, Impractical Jokers would still be doing pretty fucking good right now. Let's be honest, bro. Hey, bro, Joe is literally. I'm not gonna say he made it the whole show. He made it. No, they all, comment. They all, fuck, what it's called. They all complimented each other well on some shit. But let's be real. My boy Joe was the funniest, bro. We could all be honest with that shit, bro. But enough talking, man. Let's get straight into it, because this video is low-key already long as hell. 25 minutes, bro. Let's get into it.
Fans were shocked when Joe Gatto of Impractical Jokers abruptly announced that he would be stepping away from the hit TV show.
Literally, I ain't gonna lie. I woke up this day, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was low-key heartbroken. Like, bro, I grew up watching Impractical Jokers. I'd probably say literally 8th grade, 7th grade, like all the way up till now, bro. Bro, I love this show so much, bro. I'd be bored as hell sometimes, just putting fucking funny moments on my YouTube, whatever, bro. I mean, you could just tell, bro. Look how much, 1.3 mil, 41K comments, bro. Like, man, hey, come on, bro. Everyone loves Joe, bro. Come on.
TV show in late 2021, but what nobody realized was that this might have been an attempt to save the show before some dark secrets came to light. In the years that followed, the controversies would start to pile up to the point where the guys could no longer hide from them, and the wholesome image of 4 lifelong friends making each other laugh would start to collapse on itself. Unfortunately, whether or not any of these allegations held any weight did not matter, because it had a permanent impact on the show, as ratings have plummeted to an all-time low, and Impractical Jokers has become a shell of what it once was. Through a post made to Instagram, Joe revealed that he and his wife, Bessie, had recently separated, and he wanted to focus on
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I did too much research on all of this, but I might have heard something like this. I feel like I kind of remember something like this, but I really didn't do too much research. But a little bit of me kind of remember something like this. Hey, damn, I don't know if I really too much knew that, bro. Hey, bro, that sucks, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, check on y'all's people, bro. My nigga Joe's probably going through a hard-ass time, and, he just, hey, I feel like that's perfectly fine. A lot of people just need time. I'm just coming from a person that, feel me? A lot of people just need time, clarity, just get the mind right, bro. Especially after this, bro. You gotta understand, you have kids, 2 kids, bro. You feel me? You had a divorce, bro. You gotta understand, this nigga Joe is living the life, like the same thing with Stephen Curry, bro. Like, bro, that shit would fuck up my mental. Like, damn, I'm the man of the year, my nigga. Like, I'm great. Like, I'm doing great things. Like, I'm fucking incredible, and my wife doesn't wanna be with me or take care of the kids with me, or whatever. Like, bro, like I could only bro, what? It's like, damn, if I'm not good enough, like, bro, that shit, I'll be telling y'all, bro, just focus on yourselves, bro, because you gotta understand, Steph Curry, this nigga Joe, I don't even, I ain't too much, I don't like too much getting into people's business, but I'm pretty sure Joe, doing pretty good for himself, very good for himself. Two kids, like, Shit sucks, man. Focusing on ourselves, bro.
Parenting his 2 young children during their separation, which seems understandable. Fans respected Joe's decision to move on and appreciated the care he had for his family. His 3 co-stars released a joint statement of their own where they expressed their
Hi everyone, so we're here after these 3 years. We have never imagined making Impractical Jokers without Joe. We are all saddened to see him go. We want to keep making people laugh, keep our relationship with Impractical Jokers fans going, and keep working with members of our team that we consider family. With the support of our fans, we'll get back to the new chapter of the Impractical Jokers in January. With love, Q, Sal, and Murr. How is that like them saying, like, you know, not like bye or whatever to Joe? That's not. It's kind of just them, like, you know, telling y'all, hey, new season's kind of coming out. New season's coming out even though my nigga Joe's gone. That's not really them saying,
for
like,
Joe and their
oh,
intentions
bye,
to
Joe,
continue
or like giving my nigga a farewell. That's kind of just like, I know Joe's gone, but, you know, hey, next season, next January. Like, what the fuck?
episodes without him, but some fans
I swear, I promise you, I did not see January at the bottom of the paragraph, bro.
voiced concerns about the show's ability to last without him and felt that a piece of the soul that made the show great would be missing. There were also those who believed that something much darker had happened behind the scenes. There is definitely a scandal here. His post is meant to preempt a scandal. He is trying to thoroughly disassociate himself from the Impractical Jokers brand so that when his scandal comes out, it doesn't tank his friends' careers. Now, this
what do y'all think about
so
that? Now, you can't fake the kind of wholesome Joe, the Joe Gatto portrays on the show, so the scandal won't be on the OG Jeffrey Epstein level. Niggas on Reddit, bro. I ain't if it comes out, you know, if something comes out about my nigga Joe, whatever the fuck case, hey, you know, so be it, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, depends on whatever it is, but it's like, bro, niggas is just dry making fucking conspiracy theories on Reddit about Joe Gatto. I mean, obviously, bro, a camera, whatever, bro, I can turn on this camera and you act like a completely different person, which I don't do, you know, y'all gonna see the real me every single day. But I can understand what they're saying, like, oh, like, Joe Gatto's a nice guy. You never know how, what a person can be like IRL, like, literally. Be cool as hell on the internet, whatever the fuck, and then you meet your fan, you meet your the biggest person you look up to, whatever, and they just be like dickheads in real life. Be like, damn, bro, like, I'm telling you, bro, a lot of this shit be fake, bro. These niggas do not, especially with the content scene, bro. These niggas be all smile, funny, ha ha ha. Then you get in front of these, you actually start hanging around with these motherfuckers, bro. They just be. I'm telling y'all, bro. I've been around it. You feel me? So I understand. I understand how that shit gets, bro. But hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. I just wanna grow by myself. I ain't gonna lie. I just wanna grow by myself, bro. Y'all be on some ditty weird shit, bro. I'm cool off it, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be on my flight shit, bro. Minding my business, bro. Hey, sitting at my setup, bro. Grinding my ass off, you know. Hey, I'm perfectly fine with that.
When his scandal comes out, it doesn't tank his friends' careers.
Sorry, I didn't read all this, but I predict that it will come out that he has a long-term affair with a female celebrity. Oh my god, y'all niggas making it seem like he fucking did, like he killed a motherfucker or something. Come on, bro. Oh my god, God forbid. I'm not saying it's okay, I'm not saying it's right, but God forbid a nigga cheats. Oh my god, like, y'all making it seem like this nigga did some crazy shit. This will explain the breakup of his marriage as well. Joe's fame led to some missteps, and now he is trying to protect his boys. There's a small chance that his much worse scandal. Oh my god, get the fuck
now,
off
the speculation
and
conspiracy theories surrounding Joe's exit were initially met with push.
Like, look at this guy. Okay, let's be real. Joe does look fucking crazy. Okay, let's be honest, bro. Joe does look pretty. Bro, Joe does look pretty fucking crazy. Let's be honest, bro. But do we really think my nigga Joe could
and
do some weird shit?
If he stops
the
working,
cheating and whatever. Hey, that's regular. Like, but they're making it seem
to
like
take
this
the
he's
equal
doing
custody he's entitled to, she gets much less money. It's that simple. There's probably millions of dollars at stake. Once the divorce is final, I bet he comes back on some level. But then fans became increasingly suspicious when they noticed a handful of episodes of Impractical Jokers had been removed from True TV's website and HBO Max's streaming service shortly after Joe's departure. All the banned episodes shared a common theme, Joe being put in what is described as compromising situations. These episodes include Stripped of Dignity, where Joe was required to strip in public for strangers, Bullshatsu, which featured Joe hiding in a massage chair and giving strangers massages, and Sun Fan Lotion.
Bro, come on, bro. I'm not, I'm not going, just it's like, oh my god, joking ever. But it's like, come on, bro.
Depicted Joe in
Are
a
we
pair of
deadass?
swim trunks asking strangers to rub his body with sunscreen. It's hard to truly understand what they were protecting here, because most of these skits were standard Impractical Jokers material. The formula of the show was simple. 4 lifelong friends compete with each other to perform embarrassing, shocking, or just silly pranks on strangers. The challenger has an earpiece in and has to follow the instructions given by the other jokers.
Slowly raise the glass up higher and higher as you talk to them.
Even the simplest of jokes turned into hilarious moments. Not only were the situations ridiculous, but each guy had to come up with their own improv strategy to complete the prank. Plus, the unsuspecting strangers' reactions to their behavior was the cherry on top. The show was a smash hit right out of the gate, racking up 60 million views through its first
Hey, good
season,
shit.
but its success was seemingly everlasting. It almost had this like Rob Dyrdek ridiculousness effect, like it just seemed to be on all the time, no matter when you turn on the
You go, what? I ain't gonna lie. That's really the reason why, I was so, pushed by whatever, influenced by it. But no bullshit. If bruh, whether it was late night, whether it was in the morning, whether it was whatever, if you look around enough, bro, or you have, you have cable, whatever, what is it called? You have all this, you have all the, I don't watch TV no more, so I don't on too much. If you have all the channels, whatever it's called, you look around enough, I promise you, you're gonna find some Impractical Jokers, no bullshit.
the TV, there was an episode of
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Hey, marketing, pushing that shit out, bro. That's the brand. That's
Jokers playing. The show developed a die-hard audience that always waited in anticipation for the next episode, and viewers fell in love with the Jokers not just as entertainers, but as people. One of my personal favorites was when they had to take food off of other people's plates at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh my god, delicious! Oh my god, my favorite, y'all. Loved it.
I ain't gonna lie, I gotta do some shit I gotta do some shit like this with my homeboys when a nigga gets successful. I ain't gonna lie. I got to, bro. It's just too much nostalgia.
Prioritizing
so
genuine reactions and their real personalities.
And then have you seen, I don't know if y'all seen A&P's Impractical Jokers, but it's just like,
was key to their image, branding, and marketing, with the series tagline being actual friends, actual dares, actually funny.
Alright, cool. Would I be the kind of guy that
I would date.
No?
No!
Why?
You're not tall enough.
Since we're not lying to each other. What about this?
Yeah.
bro, why do my nigga more like that, bro?
He used to have more hair.
Yeah, you want to see?
We put Murray's old headshot.
This is his real headshot.
Musical theater when he was 18.
Yeah, he used to have a lot more hair.
You're killing my chances. You're killing
See?
Yo.
Bro, she said yo. Bro. You know it's bad when she said yo, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that's horrible. Oh my, bro. Damn, nigga.
Do you like regional theater? Are you a fan of regional?
The Jokers weren't playing characters. They were 4 real friends goofing off together. The show felt like hanging out with your buddies in real life, and gave their audience a deep sense of familiarity and trust for the Jokers. That also gave the viewers the feeling that they were genuinely good people. For example, sometimes one of the Jokers would receive a task that conflicted with their personal ethical code, and they would basically just refuse to do it.
Q, pull her aside for a second.
Let me talk to you one second over here, please.
I produced some erotic VR stuff on the side if you're interested.
Oh, okay, no.
How you doing? You guys having fun today?
Say to the girl, are you with him?
Are you with him?
Seriously? Wait, was the machine okay? You checking the machine?
This showed that they weren't just 4 degenerate guys running around harassing people on the street, but rather they were well-intentioned comedians having fun without being rude or mean to the people they interacted with. Fans didn't just love the show, they loved the people who made it special, both for their humor and their personal character, which is why fans were confused when they found out about the infamous band episode called The Dream Crusher. Joe's task was to find a hired actor planted in the mall by other Jokers and select them them by giving them a kiss. If he correctly guessed who it was and kissed the right person, he won the challenge. Joe at first seems excited at the idea of kissing the female actor that was planted in the mall, who he describes as hot in the early moments of the challenge. However, once his wife arrives, his demeanor completely changes. Joe went from super confident to crumbled down instantly. Truly an epic moment. Now, knowing that he and his wife were getting separated, it's not hard to guess why this episode was removed from streaming services. However, it's not hard to guess why this episode was removed from streaming services. However, due to the trust Joe had built between himself and the audience, the idea that he held any responsibility for he and his wife's real-life separation was completely off the table for his fans. Joker's fans ran with the idea that Joe is this perfectly innocent man whose wife was potentially cheating on him and divorcing him to take all of his money. And while we can all agree that this is just parasocial behavior from diehard fans, it was only the tip of the iceberg. Slowly,
don't tell me, bro. Oh my god, don't tell me my nigga Joe. Don't tell me I'm gonna hear some bad shit about my nigga Joe, bro. Please, no, bro.
More and more potential evidence would be revealed. A post made to the Impractical Joker subreddit all the way from late
Murr says we're lovely, not creepy.
2017 resurfaced that features two female fans taking a selfie with Murr. In the comments, one of the women claimed to have spoken with Joe using Snapchat's call.
We also had sent a video to Joe on Snapchat and he called us after the show in case you guys weren't jealous enough already. Fan ass bitch, damn.
Feature, and further elaborated, he tried calling me a few times before I noticed and grabbed my roommate Amy to come talk to him. At one point, he joked about us being pretty girls who live together and that we should be in a pillow fight. We laughed and joked about it, then the conversation continued in another direction until I called my roommate out for filming me talking with him and he said, "Amy's filming? I'm out," and dropped the call. Then I shot him a message apologizing and he was really nice about it and said, "Silly Amy," and then asked if we wanted to come to his hotel room for a pillow fight.
I mean, bro, I don't know. I can't say they're rumors. Can't say that. You feel me? But bro, like, I don't know. It's Reddit. Like it's Reddit.
We didn't want to go to his room, but we also didn't want to stop talking to him, so we danced around the subject a bit, joked about inviting Q or maybe Larry if we could find him. He didn't respond to the Larry joke, so we said goodnight and he said goodnight back, and that was it. All in all, he was really nice and fun to talk to. Just wanted a couple girls to pillow fight in his room, which, you know, who doesn't? Fans were quick to point out that Joe was married, and the idea of inviting two young women to have a pillow fight in his hotel room was deeply inappropriate. But keep this story in the back of your mind moving forward, because
damn, bro, don't tell me they built a Rico on my nigga, bro. Fuck.
it won't be the last time we hear about Joe using Snapchat and inviting girls over to his hotel room. An alleged friend of former True TV producer also offered their perspective into Joe Gatto's private habits. All I know is there was a boxing fight years back. Joe was there along with other True TV personnel. He was outwardly attempting to hit on various women in a non-joking manner while his wife was home pregnant with their first kid. For my friend, a young guy recently hired, it was a don't meet your heroes moment, as other staffers were like, he does this all the time. Joe doesn't drink, so he uses this to his advantage with women. Now obviously this could be just a totally uncredible source that's just making some stuff up, but with a handful of deleted episodes and stories like these becoming more notable than ever, things weren't exactly looking good for Joe. But with nothing truly concrete and the trust that Joe had established between himself and the audience, nothing more would come of these rumors for now. Impractical Jokers continued by bringing in guest stars to fill Joe's place. And although the show was mostly the same, something just felt like it was missing, and the ratings proved that. The final episode featuring Joe hit 420,000 viewers, however the following episode dropped down to 210,000, and the episode after that only hit 170,000. Joe's presence was clearly missed, but diehard fans still enjoyed the show in spite of his absence. On a more positive note, Joe eventually revealed that he and his wife had rekindled their relationship, with a post made to Instagram celebrating their 10-year wedding anniversary. Fans immediately began speculating that meant Joe was due for a return, but unfortunately, that never came, and more allegations would make it very clear that Joe would never be returning to Impractical Jokers.
Bro,
a TikTok user by the name of Josie B, or
little did she know that night after meeting her first celebrity, he would change how she views all famous people for the rest of her life. Bro, don't tell me this.
Hope made a series of
Bro,
posts on
don't
the
tell
platform
me,
in March of
bro.
2025 alleging misconduct by Joe Gatto. After running into him while getting dinner with her family, Joe invited Hope to a stand-up special he was doing that night. She went and enjoyed the performance and even got to meet him backstage. And when she got back home, she began drinking and messaging Joe on Instagram. Joe invited her to meet him at his hotel room. She claims that Joe turned on vanish mode, meaning that she didn't have the proof of any of these messages, but he gave her.
You couldn't screenshot the vanish mode? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you could at least, like, screenshot it to, like, oh, like, this nigga put it in vanish mode, or, like, I'm saying, if you made a whole TikTok about this shit, like, would it have been that hard to just, you know, screenshot? I'm not trying to.
Specific instructions on how to get to his room, and Hope decided to go.
Ubered to his hotel. And
first of all, I'm not talking shit, but it's just like, why are you 20 trying to? I understand, yeah, this is a big celebrity, but it's just some things are, let's say in the content aspect, right? Let's say I'm 19 right now. Let's say I'm getting into content, whatever, bro. I'm trying to think of like a big, like a. I'm trying to think, but there's no like old ass like. Okay, my bad, Joe. But like, y'all know what I mean. There's not like no like crazy old like content creators I can really think of, like funny mics, like the oldest like niggas that's been doing it for the longest that I know, bro. But like, let's say I can't even say funny mic because funny mic just seemed too cool, bro. But like, y'all know what I mean. Imagine a big ass content creator, whatever, bro. You know, obviously 60 years old. You know, the fallback's already done. You know, whatever. And you know, I go to a comedy show or we go to a content stream, whatever, something. And it's a female, whatever, whether it's a nigga, whatever. That's cool. Hey, bro, I love what you did, bro. I'm a huge supporter, huge fan. But no, like, it's just some things. It's just why? You know, I wouldn't need to be
like,
there.
He was
I'm
giving me
sorry.
these weird instructions. Like, I was like thinking I was gonna be like a
age difference is just crazy. I'm sorry, bro. I'm not going to no other function party where there's gonna be, first of all, singular, just me and you. Fuck no. I'm antisocial and awkward off the rip, bro. You do something weird, I might just, feel me? Like, I'm just, no. I can't,
stealth,
bro,
like,
you know?
spy mode at this point. I walk in the door, somebody opens the door for me, whatever, and they're, like, asking me, like, I forget what they asked me. I don't know, I was drunk, I don't know. But, somebody led me to the elevator, and somebody was on the elevator with me and pressed the button.
Hope was giving a ton of detail and slowly mapping out the timeline, but when it came to actually say what happened in the hotel room, she did not want to share any of the details.
Some stuff happened. I don't want to go into the details about everything, but I'm not going to show the picture that I posted on my account before of moi, but it just, like, the things he said, and, like, he was bragging, like, about things, and it was just, I don't want any girl to feel like that and to have don't meet your stars.
So you went to a guy's hotel room at 2 a.m. for
Thank you.
what? To play checkers?
You feel me? I'm not victim blaming. I'm not saying, oh my god, she's crazy as hell for doing that, but girlfriend, you look 19, 20, 25 max. 25 max. Joe, well, we know Joe's a little bit older. I'm thinking maybe 40, 50, if not, you know, about to hit 60. Okay, my bad. Let me not disrespect you that much, bro. But y'all know what I mean. 2 a.m. You feel me? After 12 a.m., you're not coming. After 12 a.m., bro, you feel me? You're not. It's just no. It's just no, bro. Like, let's be honest, bro.
Blaming, but whenever you agree to meet a man at a hotel, it's never just for friendship. In case someone underage is reading this comment, do not.
Exactly. I'm pointing out to y'all right now, bro. If a female, if a nigga, and I'm not gonna say every female, I'm not gonna say every nigga, invites you to go do something at 12, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., like out of the blue, randomly, they just start randomly hitting you up, bro. They did what they did, or they did when they pussy. You feel me? They did when they did, or they when they pussy. It's no in between, bro. Yes, there might be, you know, the slight circumstances where, oh, you might hop in the car and y'all just have a good little vibe session, but chances are like 70-30, 60-40. You feel me? Like, not too.
Go. There has to
not
be
too
some
high up there, you
accountability
feel me?
here, girl. You kept messaging him, you went to his hotel, you put yourself in danger. The more severe claims were met with skepticism. She
Probably going to get taken down, but here's what he did with his teeth.
did claim in a separate post that Joe had SA'd her, showing off a large bruise on her backside that he supposedly had made with his teeth. Hope had revealed in an older TikTok that she had anemia, showing off her numerous bruises as a side effect of the illness. This could explain the bruise on her backside. Even if this encounter did happen, it doesn't inherently mean that
No bull.
Joe maliciously tried to harm her. Viewers also pointed out the unserious tone that she has throughout the video, accusing her of rambling and getting easily distracted by her hair or the sky in the background.
So after this, he turns on vanish mode. Also, the sky looks kind of pretty. He turns on vanish mode. So I didn't get much of that, and I was drunk and crazy roommate, so...
Of course, while none of these factors necessarily disqualify her claims, there seems to be a lack of concrete evidence. Sure, she was at the hotel that she willingly admits that she went to on her own volition. She said over and over again that she was drunk, but didn't necessarily say what actually happened, and is kind of accusing him of a crime. But regardless of what we think, Joe would actually respond to these allegations stating, "I have used poor judgment, and as a result I have violated the trust of the people I love most. But anyone who knows me at all knows full well that I wouldn't assault anyone. Working on myself is an ongoing process, and I am now going to take some time away from the public eye to focus my energies where I need to." Despite being vague, Joe's statement tells a lot through subtle context. He doesn't directly deny the encounter between himself and Hope, but does refute the claims that it was non-consensual. Before this statement, it was all just rumors that Joe was like this guy who would frequently hit on girls that went to his show and try to get them to meet up with him at his hotel room, but now he seems to be confirming that there was a little bit of truth there. And because of his response, it essentially opened the door wide open for others to speak about their encounters with Joe, and additional allegations were given in the following days. Two girls by the name of Brianna and Grace.
Joe, what is you doing with these? Come on, Joe, what is you doing with these kids, bro? I'm not saying anything. It just hurts my heart a little bit, bro. And I'm not saying whatever he did was if he did do all this stuff, whatever. Let's just say it's looking like it's gonna go there. I'm not saying anything he's doing is, you know, okay, good, whatever. It's just I'm just damn, bro. I'm just disappointed, man. It's just, bro, if a female that was fucking 40, 50 would have hopped on this hoe and said, but it's like, bro, these are fucking 19, 20, 21-year-olds, bro, barely even 25, bro. Joe, come on, man.
Shared a similar story about Joe. After seeing him at a show and tagging him on Instagram,
we got the OVO phase. I'm sorry,
Joe began
my bad.
messaging them in direct messages. They went to a second show where they met him backstage for a few minutes. The fans were amazed that they were able to get access to their favorite comedian. They continued chatting with him in DMs and asked if he could give them free tickets to a third show, to which he said yes. When they arrived to the third show, they got to spend more time with him backstage, and they claim this is where Joe started behaving inappropriately.
So then he told us to take a seat with him on the couch, so we did. And he was staring at our stomachs, and he was wondering if we had an innie or an outie belly button. And he told us to lift up our shirts, so we did. I mean, it was kind of, we couldn't not, you know. So we did, and then we couldn't
not. Hey, ladies, one thing I will forever say, bro, I understand this is a horrible, thing that happened, but ladies, have some self-respect, you feel me? I don't give a fuck who it is, bruh. I don't give a fuck if it's motherfucking King James himself, bro. Fucking LeBron James walks up to you and say, "Hey, motherfucker, hey, lift that skirt up for me. I want to see your innie or your outie." Have some self-respect, bro. I'm telling you, come on, bro. Have some. So we kind of had to. What do you mean you had to? It's your t-shirt. It's your hands. You have to grab your hands and your t-shirt and physically lift up. You feel me? No one would, bro. I'm not saying anything is crazy. I'm not saying, they're tripping. I'm just saying, in future references, I want every female, I want hey, it might go for niggas too, bro. Have some fucking self-respect, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are, bro. If I go to a big content meeting, bro, with a guy with 2 million followers, whatever the fuck, and I walk in that bitch and the nigga starts being on some weird shit, some weirdo shit, some Diddy time and shit, you feel me? I'm out of there. Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you for your time. Whatever. I'm a huge fan, but I don't do that. I got self-respect. I got morals. Feel me? I'm gonna go out the door. Come on.
He asked to touch them.
Do better, man.
And that's when it started getting weird. He was stroking our bellies.
Bro.
And that sounds so weird, but I swear to God, that's what he was doing. He was literally touching our belly buttons.
And he kissed her on the cheek before we left.
He kissed me on the cheek, and he gave us a $100 bill.
Oh my God, yeah, I have a picture of it.
Oh my God, I gave you 100. I'm sorry, it's just like, you don't know how much Joe Catter is worth. Oh my God, he gave us 100. Oh my God. He gave us 100. I'm sorry, my bad.
But basically, okay, this is what I was
I'm sorry, my bad.
You see it, like the red jacket with like that yellow wristband for like meet and greet passes. And this is the $100 bill he gave us. You can see I'm wearing the same red jacket with the same wristband. It's like over there in the corner. But yeah, this is a $100 bill he gave us. He whipped it out and he said, for driving so far, for like seeing me.
So afterwards, he felt bad because we had to drive so far to get back. And he ended up buying us a hotel, like a $200 hotel.
Basically, like, this is all we really have about the hotel because, like, we didn't get pictures of it or anything because we were so, like, fed up in the moment and, like, excited about it because, like, obviously he's a celebrity and he was, like, spending money on us and we were like, oh my God, like, what the heck. But he was still kind of, like
I said, have respect and morals, please.
Weird in the moment.
Have
so
some
like,
respect and morals, guys. Come on.
But, yeah, this is me saying, like, gonna buy us one in the same hotel as you. And then he put it in vanish mode like he did with, but he put it in vanish mode and he was saying stuff and then he said, he was like saying like it's too risky for me to do that.
The girls then alleged that Joe purchased a hotel room for them across the street from the hotel he was staying at, to the point where they were even able to wave at each other through the windows. They claim he would strategically turn on vanish mode whenever he said something extremely inappropriate, but they allege that he was asking for explicit pictures and for them to come over to his hotel room at night.
So we're at the hotel at this time, the one he bought us, and he's still texting us, and he is asking us for videos of us kissing, making out, I mean, all of that. He was literally basically begging us to come over to his hotel, saying that he'll sneak us around the back so none of his, people on set would see. And he was literally just trying everything with the charger, with,
just asking us in general. Like,
in general.
Are you gonna come over? We were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that because, I mean, we're not, like, obviously we're not going to go over there to a 50-year-old, like, hotel room, like, in the middle of night,
We knew what he...
50-year-old hotel room? Come on, man. At least... I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, obviously, that's what he wanted.
He was...
But you let this nigga tickle your belly. I'm not on the ass. I'm just saying. What the fuck? Where does the morals and the just respect for ourselves just, when does that come into play? Oh yeah, we're not gonna come over, but I'll let you tickle my belly button.
Asking us for nudes, he wanted us, like, and we decided not to go over there.
Obviously, because we were like, this is crazy. Like, he literally has a wife and kids.
What makes this situation complicated is that both Brianna and Grace seemed to understand, at least on some level, that what was happening wasn't right. They knew the dynamic was inappropriate. An adult man, famous and married at the time, blurring boundaries with young fans. But knowing something is wrong and acting on that knowledge are two very different things. They were young, impressionable, and caught in the thrill of being noticed by someone they admired. For them, this wasn't just a weird 50-something-year-old. It was Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers, someone they'd watched for years on television. Then again, they also wanted to remind everyone that they weren't accusing him of a crime.
This is not a video about him insulting us in any way, shape, or form.
Nothing physical happened. It was
nothing at all.
Nothing. He's not a great man, and what we should be focused on is not teenage girls going to his hotel. What we should be focused on is a 50-year-old man inviting teenage girls to hotels.
Married.
That's the problem.
Married with kids.
Yeah. This is the problem, guys.
A former employee of Joe Gatto spoke with People magazine, alleging to have met Joe at only 15 years old. Once she turned 18, she says he became more flirtatious and possessive, allegedly groping her in an elevator and inviting her to his hotel room to cuddle. But sometimes Joe didn't even wait for them to turn 18. Another young woman released a TikTok of her own, claiming to have been only 15 years old when Joe solicited nude pictures from her on Snapchat.
Hello, my name is Mandy, and when I was 15 years old, Joe Gatto from the Impractical Jokers groomed me.
On the surface, it may seem like all these allegations are baseless due to a lack of evidence. Then again, all these stories show a consistent pattern of behavior. The use of applications like Snapchat and Instagram to send non-permanent messages.
Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe. What is he doing on the? What does he do it on the social media, fam? Come on now, like
to teenage girls, all of them being explicit in nature, and almost all of them end with an invitation to a hotel room. Joe's initial response was outdated at this.
I ain't gonna lie, they all. But at the same time, like all the females could have seen the first one, and you know, just based off it. But at the same time, yeah, they are all kind of.
And he quickly canceled his upcoming tour dates and issued a new statement. Having taken some time to reflect, I've decided to voluntarily enter an inpatient program to continue working on myself. I just want to thank my friends, fans, and especially my family for all of their support, never more so than over the last few days. Even if you think all of these allegations from these girls are complete lies, I mean, there has to be some truth to them considering Joe's responses. Plus, the impact of them on the show was very real. Joe had now been missing from the show for years, and the ratings had continued to plummet. Now that his absence was associated with these shameful allegations, it raised questions about the entire show, and specifically the other cast members. The other three guys had remained dead silent throughout this entire ordeal, and to this day haven't said a word about the situation. You would think lifelong best friends would be extremely quick to defend their buddy, but they didn't, and now people think they might have some.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it is pretty crazy. I'm not gonna
skeletons in their closet that they didn't want revealed, specifically Murr, who had two women came out with allegations of their own against him. The first came from a fan who claimed to be underage when they met, and seemingly had a relationship over the span of 2 years when she was 16 to 18. She provided texts of her and Murr going back and forth, where he admits to being drunk and inviting her to come over. She also provided multiple pictures of them together, as well as pictures taken in a
Oh my god, don't ruin my fucking. So I'm not saying it like that, but bruh. Don't tell me they're gonna ruin my fucking show,
photo booth of them kissing. But she also said, please note I acted like I was older than I was at first, but he saw my ID the first time we met and continued, it was just an unspoken fact. I take full responsibility for that. I was young and stupid. These allegations made this joke age like milk.
What I'm going to do today is teach you some tips and tricks on how to optimize your computer to the best of its ability.
Let's check out my trash bin.
Down here is your recycle bin. This is where you throw things away. Let's take a look at my recycle bin. Throw out what you do not need. For example, barely legal that GIF. So,
that I ain't gonna lie. That is kind of crying.
I didn't need it anymore. I threw it away.
The second allegation came from a TikTok user named Fall1995. The account shows a mountain of different screenshots and text conversations from when she was 16 and Murr was 35. When asked if he would consider dating her when she turns 18, Murr responds with, once you turn 18, email me the same question and I'll be happy to answer. When she posted about this publicly, he said, please don't put what I told you about turning 18 on a public message board on a Facebook fan page, okay? I don't like my private messages shared with fans. I'd love if you could please delete all those posts. The two also discussed meeting in person, with Murr saying they could meet only if she never tells anyone. He would compliment the girl and often tell her that he loves her. However, despite what looks like this enormous expose, all she ultimately wanted to say was that her conversations with him were strained.
I ain't gonna lie, when you I don't know,
and inappropriate, but not that he had committed any crime. Also, for clarity, this is the exact video that this user uploaded to TikTok. I did not black out her face, nor did I alter her voice. She did that.
So if you guys have noticed, I went on private mode for a little bit, not because I'm guilty of lying or because I'm suspicious. but because people are trying to dox me, people are sending me death threats, people are sending threats about calling the SWAT team on me over Murr, of all people. You guys are trying to bat for this guy so hard. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. It's so strange. I've made it so clear. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm not saying that he committed a crime. All I'm saying is, for me personally, I think it's just strange conversations that a 35-year-old engaged in.
Both of these girls that made allegations blurred their face, name, and made anonymous accounts, so the idea that they were doing it for clout or attention holds little weight. Then again, without essentially a real person to attach it to, it's hard to fully verify their stories. Hiding identities could be a sign that they're genuinely afraid of backlash or disbelief, which often happens in cases involving public figures. On the other hand, the lack of a face, name, or verifiable details makes it difficult for anyone to properly investigate or hold the accused accountable. Unlike Joe, Murr refused to respond to these allegations altogether.
Does anyone else find Murr's response of lack of baffling? Does anyone else find Murr's response of lack of baffling?
Together, and most of the time the best course of action is to not respond in the face of online backlash. Considering the nature of Joe's multiple responses, I mean, it's safe to assume that there was some truth there, but because Murr has said absolutely nothing, gives him the benefit of the doubt. And these days, Joe is still very vocal in expressing how much he misses his old life.
Hey friends, I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, so I just wanted to say hello. Over the past 5 months I needed to step away to take care of myself, deal with the enormity of life, and just really focus on what's important, which is my family, my wife and kids. All's good there, thank goodness, but I also just miss you guys. I miss this part of my life, which is entertaining. I've been doing it for multiple decades at this point, and it's just a huge part of me, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back to that soon. But I also want to say thanks so much for the love and support and patience during this time as I work on what I need to. And I hope you're all well, and I also hope to see you soon.
All of these allegations have left the reputation of Impractical Jokers in a really strange and uncomfortable limbo. There are definitely a bunch of fans who simply do not care. Some fans are disappointed and believe the show isn't the same without Joe. Some said he was their least favorite Joker and they don't care that he's gone. Some can't be bothered with the idea that he might be begging for sympathy, and some believe there isn't enough backlash or outrage for Murr's allegations. It's safe to assume that these allegations could be a big reason why the show is not nearly as big as it once was, or you could just chalk it up to the show is really old and it could just be viewer fatigue, because there are still a ton of fans that will continue to support the guys for the foreseeable future, seeing their silence as a satisfactory response to ignore whatever actually happened. But it's undeniable that the magic of what made Impractical Jokers special is gone. The trust for many is now broken, leaving former fans to look back and question.
Damn, okay. Oh wow, man! What a way to damn near ruin my fucking show. Again, bro, there's nothing wrong with that, bro. Obviously there's no for sure skis, in this video, so can't really say too much. I do want to say though, do not believe everything you see on the internet. That's all I'm gonna say. Do not believe everything you see on the internet, bro. And that's coming from me. That's not even coming from just this video. I'm saying I've been around big ass content creators, whatever, 500K, a million, whatever, bro. I don't know, just not very, how would you say, non-genuine human beings. That's it, bro. That's all I wanted to say, bro. Please be smart. That's with everything. That's with everything. Be smart with everything you do, bruh. Not really too much else to talk about, bruh. That'll be the end of this video. Hope y'all wake up tomorrow, get to it, bruh. Don't bullshit. Just wake up and get to it, bruh. I promise you. You start the day off strong, bruh. I promise you're gonna end the day off strong. I promise you start the day off so strong. You start getting into it as soon as you wake up, bruh. You gonna end the day even more better. I promise you. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm gonna fuck with y'all when I fuck with y'all. Peace.